Hey guys, it's Four Eyes, and as you expect, yep, we're going to be doing the Apex Legends Season 17 tier list for all the legends in the game. And without further ado, let's get started. Yep, we're going to get this bad boy right out of the way. Mirage deserves his own tier. It's pretty sad when they have to buff the entire support class of legends and then stick Mirage in it just to say that he got buffs. He has his very niche moments where, yeah, he can pull off a clutch revive while being invisible, but it's not hard to tell where the guy is when he's invisible. He's a very one-sided legend. He can, try to bamboozle people, but when you get to the higher ranks, it's not hard to figure out who the right Mirage is in the decoys. So that he gets his own tier. I'm not sure there's much you can do with this legend to make him better than what he is. He was kind of doomed from the start. I know he has a sad backstory, but it doesn't give him the right to have any tier other than his own under awful. So that's that. I'm sorry for all you Mirage mains, but yep, that's the way it's gonna be. So moving on to Pathfinder, we're gonna put him in straight up best legends in the game. I know it's a strong contrast there, but they recently buffed his zip line to make it that he can literally travel like halfway across the map in one zip. He can also scan whatever the hell they're called to reveal enemy locations, so that's a big plus for him. His zip line is very high skill ceiling, but it can get him around very quickly. Yeah, Pathfinder, the only thing that he struggles with is his huge ass hitbox. He can go down very quickly if you're not careful. So that's where he's going to be. A very good pick, very strong pick for this season. Moving on to Crypto. I think we're going to put him up in average. The reason I'm going to put Crypto in average is he can be very, very strong in the right hands and with a team built around him. But the chances of that actually happening is very slim to none. And a lot of people find Crypto very boring to play because he's using his drone a lot, and without his drone, he really doesn't have any abilities. The strongest part about him is his EMP, which he can take away half people's shields before pushing the fight. And I think he received a small buff. I forget which season or update he received the buff, but you can no longer drop your shields before the EMP strikes because the shields will still be affected. So that's very interesting there. But yeah, I think average is a good place for him right now. Mad Maggie. I think she should go in decent, just above Crypto, because her pushing and aggressive potential is really good. I know shotguns aren't as good this season because of how good SMGs are. But her pushing potential, especially on the map rotation that we have right now, it's a no-brainer to have a Maggie on your team if you want to push super aggressively. She's got a riot drill, she's got a wrecking ball. It's still wonky to use, but it's still effective, and she also has the fact that she can run full speed with shotguns in her hand as well. So very decent pick, above average pick when you want to rush. We're gonna go to Wraith next, and I think we're gonna put her in either strong or decent. I'm trying to think here. We'll put her in strong just because she's Wraith and she has a lot of team utility. They extended her portals to make it that she can portal like maybe twice as far now, so it's helpful in situations where you either want to push, confuse enemies, or get your people out of the fight to do revives. So I think that's really effective. The only thing keeping her from best legends tier is the fact that her passive is so useless and doesn't even tell you when enemies are nearby, like in time for you to actually realize it. So that's what keeps her in strong. Next legend, we're going to move on to Ashe. Unfortunately, Ashe was my last main. I'll let you know about my current main here shortly. But I have about 1,800 kills with Ashe, about 90 wins, and I like her phase better than Wraith's Portal but everything else about her, besides her passive, all right, I'll give you a pass on the passive, but Ashe is so good with her for her phase breach that you can get height. What you can't do with Wraith's portal is you can't get height. You can't climb super high. But with Ashe's phase, you can actually teleport like with like 1 or 2 stories height, so that'll give you a height advantage. Her snare isn't that good. It can tether people for seconds, and it doesn't do that much of damage, but it's just not good of a tactical, in my opinion. It could use some work. An opinion, or not an opinion, something that I might suggest to buff Ashe's tactical, the arc snare, is any arc star that you pick up should be a charge for your snare. I think that would be a great idea to buff her tactical. And I think probably one of the best things about Ashe is her passive, that you can actually see people on the map who have recently died, and they actually tell you how long ago that they died. I think that's a very, very strong passive that you can use to pick fights and make your way around the map to even like it and initiate fights as well. So that's Ashe. I think she's a good spot in decent. Who knows? I might put her in strong later, but right now I'm going to keep her in decent. Moving on to Loba. Yeah, she's an S tier. With the recent buff to the support class, where every single legend in the game can, if they have a support character on their team, they can craft banners. Loba was already strong to begin with her black market and all that, and her bracelet. But I think the addition of all support teams able to craft banners, that just makes her kind of OP. Almost every team that you see right nowadays is going to have a Loba on their team. It's just what it is, and it's very beneficial to have support on your team. And I think Loba is the best support in the game right now. So that's that. I don't think we need to touch on that any further. Next legend, my current main, Caustic. I'm going to have to put him in strong, but I can't put him in best legends because he has so many flaws when he's out in the open. He has such a huge hitbox. I made a joke in my last video about his hitbox being like the size of Africa. And it makes it so frustrating to play him, especially when he's out in the open. Now, I have been playing Caustic since about Season 9. And I have about 2,600 kills with him. I have 120 wins. He's such a joy to play. I love choking people out. I know how to shoot the barrels. Make really great cutoff choke points. He is the strongest legend in the game when you're playing in super confined spaces, and you'll find a lot of that on World's Edge and Kings Canyon. Not so much on Olympus. I mean, you'll find a couple areas where you can play him pretty effectively, but he's such a fun legend to play. I love his voice lines. I love everything about him. The only problem that is keeping him from being in an S tier is his fucking hitbox, man. His hitbox, it is so easy to fucking down this fucking legend when he's out in the open. And that's the only thing holding him back. But nevertheless, I still love playing the guy. He's my main currently. Alright, moving on to Revenant. This is such a sad thing putting Revenant down here, man, but I gotta put him in awful. I like his passive, and I like his the little ball that he throws that silences people and takes their abilities away. But it doesn't give him enough to put him even put him in below average, because he is such a liability to his team when he tries to do a rev push with a totem. Half the time when you put your totem down, it literally alerts the entire map that you're putting a totem down. Like, the audio on it is so fucking huge. But it just, when you come back to the totem, it had half health and the team literally just apes you. It's so frustrating to play him. Now, I heard there's going to be a Revenant Reborn event coming over, and at this point, it looks like they're going to be overhauling his abilities. So that'll be good. I'm not going to cover on what the overhauls are going to be because it's not even that confirmed yet, but we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, Revenant gets some love here. He's been sitting in one of the lowest tiers on here for a while now. He just needs a complete rework, and hopefully that's coming here real soon. Moving on to Valkyrie, we're going to put her in strong. The only reason she's not in best is because of all the nerfs that she's received. She used to be S tier. I loved playing her. I mained her for a little while back in like season 14 or 15. They nerfed her so that she can't rotate while she's doing her skyward dive, but she is just so useful when making rotations. She can take her team in and out of bad situations. Her rockets, great for stunning enemies, buying some time, and just being able to fly is such a fucking overpowered fucking thing in itself. So yeah, I'm gonna keep her in strong, and yeah, like I said before, the only thing keeping her from best Legends tier is all the nerfs that she's received over the course of the several months. And I think it was warranted, and I think she's in a very balanced state right now. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. Newcastle, oh boy, one of the least picked legends in the entire game. I want to put him in strong, but like he's not a popular pick, so I'm probably gonna put him in decent. He's very strong with a good team comp. He provides very good bonuses to his team when it comes to being on defense and playing support. I like the fact that that the gold knockdown pretty much guarantees you a res, and I like his shield and his defensive abilities. But what keeps him indecent and not strong is he's just not fun to play. He's not a fun support legend to play. If your team sucks at being aggressive and you're constantly having to keep setting them up, I mean, yeah, you're doing your job then, but like your Newcastle isn't really for pushing. I know his mobile shield can give him some good benefits when it comes to pushing, but his hitbox is huge. He's slow. I mean, and he just doesn't have good pushing potential. And we have some of the smallest maps in the game on rotation right now. So if you're not constantly being prepared and pushing fights, then you're just not going to do well with him, and he's such a slog to play. So I'm just going to have to keep him decent. He's usable, but he doesn't have much utility other than defending his team. Moving on to Seer, we're going to put him in best. I got to put him in best, man. He just wall hacks. You can't not say that wall hacks are literally overpowered in the game. I know they nerfed him a little bit. I love Seer. I love playing him. I like his voice lines. I like the fact that he can stop people from healing. If you throw your ultimate in some cover without it being shot, you can literally see people how much health they have. You can see, and the heartbeat sensor, this is a little tip for him. The heartbeat sensor, the faster their heart beats, the lower health they are. So even when you're using your heartbeat sensor, you can tell how low people's health are. So that's a little tip for him there. He has a very high skill ceiling, much higher than Bloodhounds. So, and he can really turn a fight with his ultimate and tacticals, stopping people from healing. He's a very push-friendly recon legend. And not to mention, he can also scan those beacons to pretty much get a counter UAV in Call of Duty terms. So that's where I'm going to push him. And we're going to move right on to Lifeline. I think she's going to be in a strong tier. Maybe, no, because fucking Newcastle's a better Lifeline. I'm going to keep her in decent. I'll keep her right alongside Newcastle. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we're going to keep them there. Reason is Lifeline. She can pull off some clutch revives, but oftentimes when I play with Lifelines, they don't body block, and I get just knocked right back down because they revive me in the open. Her care package was buffed that it comes down almost instantaneously. so that's good. It can be very useful when the items come in. The ultimate accelerates help as well. So I might keep her in strong then. I think she's so much more useful than Newcastle. Like her hitbox is like the tiniest entire game, so it's hard to hit her. Yeah, there's not much more I can say about Lifeline because, well, she's also a support character. She can, if you ever on, yeah, I'm gonna keep her in strong. Yeah, sorry, man, I'm gonna keep her in strong. It's her hitbox, the fact that she's a support character. She can open up extended supply bins, and her care package is very useful to get the better items. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them there. And she beats Newcastle because of her hitbox. She beats Newcastle just because she's Lifeline. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do there. All right, the new legend, Ballistic. Not a fan, man. I'm not that big of a fan. His smart bullet isn't that good. Like, it'll take people out of the fight for like 2 seconds, and that can be clutch if the team's not paying attention. But half the time when they fire the smart bullet at me, it doesn't even hit me. Like, I know it's supposed to be like hit scan for the smart bullet, at least within like a short range. But honestly, I don't like it. And the weapon sling, yeah, that can be useful sometimes. I mean, shit, like you have a fully built weapon. I mean, sure, that can make him pretty good. But when it comes to the smart bullet just pulls him back, bro. I don't think the smart bullet's good. It never really affects the fight when I get affected by it. I don't think, like, yeah, it'll take me out of the fight for a little bit, but like Ballistics I see, they just poke people with the smart bullet, and it doesn't really do anything. I've never seen an actual like good ballistic yet. But his ultimate, you know what? His ultimate makes him strong though. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna put him in strong. I'm not gonna put him in best because the smart bullet sucks. Like, I'm just gonna lay it out on you. The smart bullet sucks. I don't care what any of you guys say. The smart bullet sucks. But yeah, we're gonna keep him there because of his ultimate. You get literally like max reload speed. You get infinite ammo, and he gets a sling weapon. And it turns into a gold weapon, so that's fine. Yeah, that's good for pushing people. I think he's a strong legend. I had my doubts because of that smart bullet, but we'll keep him where he is now. Yeah, moving on. Bangalore. Absolute top of the line. Oops, I can't fucking grab it. Come on. There we go. Absolute top of the line. Best solo queue legend in the entire game. I know it's a hot take, but it's true. Bangalore, her smokes, her double time, and if you use her double time on top of Maggie's her wrecking ball, like fast things, literally you're traveling like the speed of light. That's funny as fuck. But she's such a great legend because of her bombardment. It can literally change the course of a fight. The smokes, very good for making clutch revives and everything like that. Her double time literally just gets her out of every fight really easily. And yeah, I also forgot to mention that about Wraith. Her phase breach also helps her with the getting out of fights easily. But yeah, Bangalore's a top pick. She's been used extensively in high level ranked, and she's just a great legend all around. She's really rose up to be one of the best legends in the game this season. So that's where I'm going to stay there. Vantage. Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to keep her an average, man. Her movement is so awkward with the bat. It's just so, I don't know, man. And her sniper is very good in these situations. Like, you can sit down and pick people off and shit. Like over in Containment on King's Canyon, like that little perch, you can like pick people off while they're having fights. But like, how is that fun though? That's not. It's very niche. Like, if you have high ground in zone at like the very end of the game and you're sniping people from above, yeah, that's fun because like they can't push you. You got high ground. You're just picking them off. But that only happens in very niche situations. And in my opinion, I think it takes way too long to get your sniper bullets. And like, yeah, you can tag people, but that first initial 50 damage, it doesn't do much at all. It honestly doesn't. And once people are tagged, they're not going to peek again. So you're not going to get that second shot off if you're dealing with a competent team. The only thing that keeps her from below average is the fact that she can scan beacons and pretty much get an advanced UAV for a while. But other than that, I would have put her in below average because she's way too niche. She's way too niche. But yeah, that's where I stand there. And Catalyst. Fuck, man. I gotta put her up top, man. She's the best controller legend in the game. Even though I don't play her that often, she's the best controller legend in the entire game. The fact that she can block Seer's ultimate and everything to do with Seer, she's basically a hard counter to Seer. Seer can't do anything when she has her ultimate up. She blocks doors, she can hold down buildings very, very effectively. The spike traps help as well. Yep, we're going to put her straight up S tier. There's not much more I can say about her right now, so that's going to be where I'm going to put her. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Gibby has really fallen from grace. Gibby has really, really fallen from grace. There's just better defense, or there's better support legends now. The only reason he's not in below average is that he's a support with the buff to the support class. So that's what I'm going to do there. But yeah, his bubble's good, but it's just countered by legends now. It's countered by Maggie. There's other support legends that just do better than him, like in every way, like Newcastle. And yeah, he has the gun shield, but like you can just fry through it, and his hitbox is really large as well. So I just think he's really fallen from grace, especially in pubs. I can see him on some team comps in rank though. So if you're trying to make a good support team, I can see how some teams can play good around him as a support in ranked. But pubs, he's average to below average, but I'll keep him average because he's in support. All right, moving on to Rampart. Oh my God, Rampart. She's just not good. She's just not good. Like, you could make an argument that Sheila would put her in average, but I can't use it. Like, it's hard to control for me. It's hard for me to control her, and like she's slow and she's very niche, and her defenses, like, they're good for boosting damage, but like I don't want to sit down and just camp, and that's only viable for like end zones, like if you have ground and you're just kind of just hammering down on people from above or something. But fuck, man, Rampart could be so much better, but she's not. And the fact that there's just better control legends like Caustic and one that we'll talk about next. She's just not good, man, and she's. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but she's kind of nasty, bro. She fucking eats gum off the ground and shit. So yeah, she's gonna stay below average, but she's better than Revenant though, and Mirage at least. So that's where I'm gonna put her. All right, Watson. I'm gonna put her right up there with my buddy Caustic. I think she's a great control legend as an alternative to Caustic. I think she's just slightly worse than Caustic because, like, with her traps, her fences, you literally have to kind of be a little intricate with them in order to for people to trip on them. But for Caustic, his traps, you can just set them and forget them, and they literally do their job better than Watson fences do. Her pylon's really good for holding down stuff and providing shields, so I think that's a really strong ability. And what was her passive? Oh yeah, she can carry the ultimate excels and literally get her ultimate right after an ult excel, and she can hold 2 ultimate excels per inventory slot, so that's pretty strong as well. You typically want to give all your ult excels to Watson if you have one on your team, but I just don't think she's as strong as Caustic, just slightly weaker. So that's where I'm gonna put her there. So yeah, great control legend. Ryzen. She's gonna be top tier even after all the nerfs. Yeah, she deserves to be there. Yeah, she has slightly less accuracy when she's on her lift. Yeah, so what? Who cares? She's still a really good legend. When she falls, she doesn't get stunned. Her gravity lift literally gives her free like time to heal. Literally, it's a getaway too. Her black hole, I know you can team fire it and destroy it pretty quickly now, but if you catch a team off guard and you throw that black hole and you just toss nades into it, you can pull off a lot of fucking good clutches. So just great all-around legend for anything really. Like she's a jack of all trades. So yeah, I'm gonna keep her in best legends tier. Fusey, oh my buddy Fusey. All right, we're gonna keep him either average or below average. What do you guys want? I'm gonna keep him in average just because of his knuckle cluster. His knuckle cluster is so annoying to go up against. I take so much damage from his knuckle cluster, especially being a caustic main with a huge ass hitbox. He's just, oh my god, he's so annoying to go up against. So yeah, that's that. And sorry, my fucking alarm just went off. But he's not that good. Like, the worst thing about him is his ultimate. His ultimate does literally no damage and nothing. He has the worst ultimate in the entire game. And you can argue that, but no, I don't care. No, he has the worst ultimate in the game. If you can get caught on fire and walk away in like 10 damage, that's a terrible ultimate. Like when I get fucking surrounded by fire in a fuse ultimate, I literally am not scared at all. But I like the fact that you can carry a bunch of grenades in your inventory slot and you can shoot them accurately. And the knuckle cluster, that's the only good thing about Fuse, is his knuckle cluster. Everything else is shit. So yeah, I'm going to keep him in average. The only reason I don't put him in below average with Rampart is because his knuckle cluster is so good. But that's where we're going to keep him there. Bloodhound, I'm not sure I agree with the changes they made to the legend. But I think that he's a very lower scaling type seer. Like he's a lower skill seer, where you can just scan and forget. And just providing information for your team like that's very strong. You can push teams now with his new ultimate rework. You can push teams and see where they are. So I think that's strong, but it doesn't offer you like too much utility while you're in the actual fight. Like his accuracy gets increased and like he can move a lot faster, which is strong. But I don't think it's enough to put him in the best legends tier. So yeah, that's what we're gonna keep him. Still a very good legend to use as a recon. And last, but certainly not least, well, almost not least, we got Octane, and I gotta put him below average, man. Like every time I join a match, I pray that I do not have an Octane or a Mirage on my team. I just don't like it. I don't like Octanes. I don't like how they act. Well, 99% Octanes anyway. There are some good Octanes, but like just moving around and his jump pad literally sounds like a fucking firework going off. It alerts the whole map that he's there. While he's in the air, he's actually very, very easy to shoot. So there's that. His stim, it makes it easy for players to want to push fights that you shouldn't push. He's a very tempting legend to fuck up your team. So that's what I'm going to say about that. I think this is a very, very good tier list. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I think these are the best legends in the game. Very, very versatile. Strong legends, mostly some supports. Actually a mix of all the different kinds of legends. I think everybody's in a really good spot. So yeah, that's that. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Please leave a like on the video, please comment on the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting really close to 150 YouTube subs. If we can get past that and reach our goal of 250, that would be awesome. We're really trying to grow the channel. We're really trying to build a great community. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everything. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Four Eyes is out.